Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. We have a lot of news to get to this evening. It was a busy news day today, so let's begin. First up, state police called to officer-involved shooting in Keene. State police investigated an officer-involved shooting Monday in Keene, officials said. Few details were released, but police confirmed that the state police major crime unit was called to a residence on Wilford Street. The shooting happened shortly before 3 p.m. According to the Keene Sentinel, one person was injured in the shooting, but it was not the police officer. There was no word on what led to the shooting. This is a breaking news story. This will be updated as more information comes into our newsroom. Man taken into custody after tense standoff in Medford. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston. Okay, that is a video of the man getting taken into custody by state SWAT team and police. A man is in custody after tense standoff outside a Medford building. Medford police said a report came in around 1:30 p.m. Monday about a man wielding several edge weapons inside his vehicle near a building on Cabot Road. Officers responded to the scene and got behind the car, but police said the man did not pull out over and led them on a slow chase before he was boxed in near a loading zone. Sky 5 was over the scene and captured a SWAT team and multiple cruisers surrounding the red car. Police said a Taser and beanbag shotguns were deployed during the standoff. Authorities were able to approach the 38-year-old man just after 4 p.m. He was taken from the scene in an ambulance. At the news conference, police said several edge weapons were discovered inside the vehicle. Police active near the KISS 108 radio station. The program director at the station told WCVB everyone at the station is safe. Police said the man appeared to be suffering from mental health crisis. And here is another photo of that red car boxed in by several police cars. And there you go on that report. Breaking news, police gave all clear after email threat shuts down Wareham schools. Three Wareham schools were placed in lockdown and then evacuated Monday morning after a school administrator received an email threatening students. After the superintendent alerted police officers immediately locked down Wareham High School, Wareham Middle School, and Minto Frost Elementary School, the only schools in the district with students inside them. Monday, July 10th, marked the first day of summer school. Safety was the permanent objective for those kids, Police Chief Kevin Walsh said. Tactical teams started searching the schools thoroughly, looking for an unknown person or gunman. On Sky 25, police could be seen armed with rifles walking into Minto Frost Elementary School. More cruisers showed up, moving quickly with lights and sirens on. As the schools were searched, students were evacuated on buses taken to the Wareham YMCA. At 4:30 p.m., after finishing second and third searches of the schools, police gave the all clear. Walsh said the operation went smoothly overall, and it was a methodical search. The superintendent said the schools will be back open tomorrow. We're following some breaking news in Maine. Power outage shut down Casco Bay Bridge for an hour. The Casco Bay Bridge has reopened after a power outage shut down the bridge down for about an hour Monday. The bridge reopened just before 4:30 p.m. The Department of Transportation said the outage prevented the gates from working properly. The outage first affected the northbound side and then the southbound side, according to DOT. Officials said crews will test the equipment to determine the cause of the problem. And now let's take a look at your stock market now and see how they closed for this Monday evening. And here's a look at your stock market now. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your S&P 500 index closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. RUSS 2K closed in the red and went down, and VIX closed in the red and went down. Nasdaq, S&P 500 close higher as tech leads. U.S. equities closed mostly higher on Monday as Wall Street got ready for the start of the latest earnings season. Trump Jr. hires lawyer while downplaying meeting with Russian attorney. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Whoa, amazing. Hey, on the internet. I know a bunch of people who would love that.
The internet loves what you're doing. So build a better website in under an hour with Go Central from GoDaddy. Type in your idea, select from designs tailored just for you, and publish your site with just a few clicks, even from your mobile phone. The internet is waiting. Start for free today at GoDaddy.
New revelation about the Trump campaign in Russia. Donald Trump Jr. now admitting he met with a Russian attorney during the campaign, hoping to get damaging information on Hillary Clinton and the Democrats. Both Jared Kushner and former campaign chair Paul Manafort also at that meeting. Our chief national correspondent Tom Yamas here with new reporting. Good morning, Tom.
George, good morning to you. Let me set the scene for you. At the time, those were three of the most powerful people in the Trump campaign meeting at Trump Tower with a Russian lawyer. Now, Don Jr. says Kushner and Manafort didn't know the substance of the meeting, but everyone showed up. This morning, the president's son, Don Jr., on the defensive and explaining why during the campaign he agreed to meet with a Russian lawyer linked to the Kremlin who he says claimed to have damaging information about Hillary Clinton.
Welcome to Moscow!
Don Jr. says the meeting was set up by someone he knew from the 2013 Miss Universe pageant held that year in Moscow. ABC News has confirmed that person was Rob Goldstone, a music publicist with Russian clients who is friendly with Don Jr.
And of course, the big man on campus, Donald Trump.
I was asked to have a meeting by an acquaintance, the president's oldest son saying in a statement, who I was told might have information helpful to the campaign. ABC News has learned the lawyer Don Jr. was meeting with was Natalia Veselnitskaya, who has helped lobby for pro-Russian policies and advocate for them on Russian television. Don Jr. says he asked his brother-in-law and campaign advisor Jared Kushner and former campaign chairman Paul Manafort to the meeting. The meeting taking place in June of 2016 after Trump had clinched his party's nomination. Don Jr. says he wasn't told the name of the Russian lawyer in advance. And when they met, she, quote, stated that she had information that individuals connected to Russia were supporting Mrs. Clinton. But he says her statements were vague, ambiguous, and made no sense. Then the meeting quickly turned to Russian adoptions and policy, prompting Don Jr. to end the meeting. For months, Trump and his team have criticized the investigation into Russian collusion, repeatedly denying any contact between the campaign and Russia.
Did you or anyone in your campaign have any contact with Russia leading up to or during the campaign? Nothing at all.
Oh, of course not. And I think to suggest that is to give credence to some of these bizarre rumors that have swirled around the candidacy.
I mean, to me, it's without a question, reads and smells like a witch hunt, because I have no other proof or evidence to show otherwise.
But now, new questions about why the Trump team was apparently interested in help from the Russians. Now, both Don Jr. and President Trump's outside legal team saying the president did not attend the meeting and was not aware of it. We have reached out to Natalia Veselnitskaya's lawyers for comments, but they have not gotten back to us, George.
Okay, Tom, thanks.
Okay, there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with more news. Goodbye, everyone.